Guys, welcome back to episode 93 of the Double Bogey Show. As always, we got a doozy on our hands for us. We had the country club adjacent guys on for an exclusive interview with Tyler and I. It was electric. We talked LIV. We talked their round with John Daly. We even asked them, hey, were you able to back John Daly off the ball? As that's their shtick, they brought us through that entire process. It was really cool to hear, what JD1 is like on the course. So it's going to be a good episode. We hope you guys enjoy it. And thanks for tuning in to episode 93.
They piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book in another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now. Breakfast ball. Ooh, what the hell is up, guys? We are back at full strength for episode 93.
We've been in the studio
Correct.
for about 20 minutes talking about golf without actually starting the podcast.
Yeah,
so.
This is a very good conversation. Episode 93, correct,
Yes,
Matt? Okay.
sir.
We're back. We're back at full strength. The COVID got me, Tyler.
Yep, you got bit by the vid.
I did. And it was, it wasn't good. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Did it hit you hard?
Well, the first time I had it, sniffles, 2 days. Second time I had it last week, 103.5 temp.
We almost lost you, Ryan.
I thought I'd never be able to see the course again, to be honest.
Not us, not your wife or your unborn child. It's that damn course. I'll never see it again.
I did get a lot of TV time, a lot of social media time.
Did you catch up on your shows?
No, I was watching the number one Scottish Open and then kind of the lead up to the Masters too. And I just had the Golf Channel on randomly. And I'm not quite at the point of my golf addiction to where I'll just I'm really invested in the Golf Channel. Because it was, it was a story about Tiger. I can't remember what year it was, winning at St. Andrews. And it was probably like an hour and a half long documentary style video. And I don't know. I just wasn't into it.
Yeah, and we've seen so much Tiger content in our lifetimes.
What I did enjoy though was there's a 30 for 30 called The Shark.
On Greggy?
Yeah, someone in the DMs had recommended it, and that's on Greg Norman. And he was good.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't realize how good he was.
Greg was the guy.
He won the Open twice and never got invited back this year.
Which is fucked.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucked.
Something about the RNA, which I don't even know who the RNA is. And
what does that mean?
Well,
is it a group?
The RNA are the people who did not invite Greg Norman to the Open this year.
So they're on our hit list.
I don't know.
Our shit list. We're not going to kill them.
Yeah, I don't know who RNA is, but whoever they are, they sound like a bunch of fucks. How can you not have Greggy Normie at the Old Open in, is it in Ireland? Is he?
Yeah, it's in Scotland.
Yep. Scotland. Okay. Yep. The birth of golf.
The birth of golf. Yes.
If you're wondering.
Greg Norman is what I didn't know. Greg Norman was a golf guy growing up, but I wore so much Greg Norman shit without realizing it as a kid.
Oh yeah. He has his own clothing line.
The rainbow shark thing. That's Greg.
What's the rainbow shark thing?
That's his logo. Oh, it's like a shark with like pinks and blues. Yeah. I have like 15 pairs of Greg Norman shorts.
It's like, God, I should have known that.
Yep. They sell it at Sam's Club and Costco.
Interesting.
Yep.
So he's more so going for the masses versus,
Yeah, he's a man of the people.
Whoever Travis Matthew is. Travis Matthew is just trying to make, he wants to make the pristine golf clothing. He wants to make the country club clothing.
Travis Matthew is the Yeti of golf.
It
is quality ass shit. It's very good. It's extremely overpriced. Makes an excellent gift to receive. I'll never buy it.
Yeah, I agree.
Lululemon-esque.
Yes. Yep.
I do believe these are Quater, just regular shoes, but I think it's Quater by Travis Matthew. So I do have a Travis Matthew.
Did you buy it?
I did, yeah. I did have a gift card though, so that's a little bit different. That
counts. Yeah, use your gift cards on Travis Matthew stuff. Yeah. It is good shit. It's just so expensive.
Yeah, I like to splurge.
I got a Travis Matthew.
For me to say I don't like expensive golf stuff would be a complete lie.
We'd have to erase the entire history of this podcast.
But here's the thing. There's only certain things that I will buy expensive. Number one being clubs. Number two, I can't even say polos
Yeah.
Because we get our polos from the wholesale site for like 15, $20 bucks.
We're just like, hey, we need some samples. We might want to sell this. Then they send us polos.
Yeah, exactly. And then shorts. I get my shorts at Costco.
Yep.
For like 15, $20. They're the best shorts on planet Earth.
I got a Travis Matthews shirt for Father's Day.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yep, good Father's Day gift. And I got a bunch of golf shorts, PGA shorts.
I did get a bunch of shorts for Father's Day too. And I got a new golf bag. Have I told anyone about the new golf bag?
You have, yep.
You
Okay.
mentioned it.
Yep.
Sun Mountain. Never heard of it before, but good brand.
Yeah, Connor, one of our golf rivals, got a Sun Mountain bag. I think similar to yours. Saw it at when I was playing with the rival league team last week.
Didn't he get the one version nicer than Ryan's?
Yeah, he did.
No, I was going to say mine is probably nicer.
No, he got the deluxe version. It has a cooler in it.
Well, mine has a built-in GPS.
Yeah, so does his. It came with a rangefinder too.
Mine also has a ball washer.
His has a massager.
I'm not buying that.
It does. It's pretty nice. But I put that on my wedding registry.
Nice.
Okay, so is that you keep telling me that, and I don't even know if that do people do that? Do people put like just stuff they want on their wedding registry?
I don't know, but I did.
I think people are getting pretty greedy with the registries I've seen lately.
I don't fucking know what you're supposed to put on. Becca put on 95 different sets of towels that we don't
Especially
need.
because you've been living with her already for like years now. So like you have everything you kind of need. For,
We've
like,
basically been
life.
married for 3 years already.
Yeah.
You've been living and having sexual relationships out of wedlock for years.
We do have 2 children, yes.
We'll see you in hell, Tyler.
Yeah. I'll save you a spot. So I mean, I was like, I don't know what to fucking put.
Well, like some nice pots and pans. You should have
Those were already on there.
You should have put a sous vide on there to make meat.
I'll add that. I'll add
because that does not require the use of a grill. All it requires is a big pot, hot water, and the device itself.
I'm all for
and
that.
Ziploc bags.
I'm a big Ziploc bag guy. I love my air fryer. This sounds just like the water version of that.
Do you have an Instant Pot?
I don't.
That would be another good thing.
I put an espresso machine on there.
What kind? Breville?
I don't fucking know. It was because I was putting a whole bunch of expensive stuff, and I was like, I'm getting greedy here, so I put a cheap espresso maker on there.
Okay.
And then I put a toolbox.
Why'd you put an espresso maker on there, Tyler?
Because I like the espresso.
Yeah, I mean it's weird because people always give me shit for drinking espresso. Now
no one ever gave you shit. You brought the espresso machine on the podcast.
You Bet Your Radio.
Yeah, you brought it on and we drank espresso with you.
Not on the podcast, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
We did not drink espresso on You Bet Your Radio.
Am I going to have to Google this?
You're going to have to.
We did. I swear we did not drink espresso on You Bet Your Radio.
We did.
We didn't have the thing in the middle.
No, you made us espresso and brought it onto the podcast and we drank espresso with you on the podcast.
I don't think we did.
We did.
I mean, where am I even going to go to? It says businesses we still wish existed. This is the first thing that comes up. I'm just going to see if it's in the comments or something like that.
No, I'll read like the description maybe.
We'll have to fact check that because I don't think that's true.
We'll throw it on the screen. Oh, hang on. Ryan lets everyone in on his espresso process.
No, that's what spurred it. Then the next episode we drank espresso.
So episode 158. So Mitch, you'll have to check episode 158 to see if they drink espresso.
We'll update it next week.
Yeah, I mean, there's also a cutoff time to where you can and can't drink. If you drink it past like 3 p.m., you're not going to sleep the rest of the day.
Yeah. I like making shit with it.
So why don't you put like a new set of clubs on your registry?
Because I don't want that.
Why?
I like my clubs.
But you want a new bag, you put that on your registry.
Yeah, I want a new bag. I don't like my bag. I like my clubs. I don't like my bag.
Do you like your clubs enough to not want a set of better clubs that are going to make you play better? Because I'll tell you what, mine are getting dialed.
And yeah, until I'm consistent with these ones, I'm not switching.
See, that was my issue though. I wasn't consistent with my old clubs, so I made the switch. I said, you know what? I'm going to push you to the back burner. I'm going to sell you over to Matt because maybe Matt can be consistent with them.
They have helped.
And
because your old clubs were children's
My
clubs.
old clubs were literally from like the 1940s.
Like 6 inches too short for you too.
They were definitely before the Berlin Wall got torn down.
Yes, yep.
Really? Berlin Wall joke?
I think that's totally fair.
I think actually his clubs were there.
I think they used them to break down the wall. That's why they slice so bad.
They've seen some shit.
I will tell you though, it takes a couple months for the new clubs to get dialed. Like you're not just going to get them and hit them good right away.
Yeah, I'm getting good with my clubs now. I don't want to ruin that.
You did beat Miles the other day.
I did.
So
beat him bad.
So because he's not going to listen to this, but we're undefeated against him this summer.
We are. I played with him twice, and he played like shit both times.
It's weird. He plays like shit whenever we play with him. I think he says he's a big time pressure guy, but I think there's a lot of pressure to beat us after talking. That's why in the one You Bet Your Radio episode, I said, Tyler, just let it go. Just let him go, because this is even, when we beat him, it's going to be even sweeter. So, and that, I mean, that's not even, and that's irrelevant at this point.
And like, I don't even play good. I mean, I played pretty good last time I played with him. He just implodes when he plays against us. And I think it's because I don't talk shit. Yeah. And everyone else in his life talks shit to him on the course.
Yeah, I think we're too nice to him on the course.
And I think it works for us.
Yeah.
You use the Midwest nice shtick against him.
Yeah. There's a lot of, sounded good, didn't see it though. And he'd be like, wasn't good.
Yeah. I do hate that though, when people are like, oh, nice shot. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. It wasn't a nice shot. But I appreciate you trying to make that happen,
Yeah, good line though.
Try to manifest that one.
The biggest one I've been using lately is I think it opens up over there.
Clearly doesn't.
Yeah, no, clearly doesn't. Like on Sunday, Jade had put one, like, I don't know, 50 yards in the woods, and oddly enough, he found it right on the edge. So that
of course he did.
And right after he hit it, like the other two in our group were like, oh god, I don't know about that one. And I'm like, yeah, I think it opens up over there. Gotta laugh on it, just about everybody except him. But you got to keep it lighthearted.
Miles had one where the water right off the tee.
Number one?
It was number 2.
Okay, yep.
No.
Yep.
So it's number 2 is the dog leg right. It's number 3, the long one along that gravel road.
Yep.
So he tops it, low stinger, hits the water, and I'm like, I think I saw it skip out onto the fairway. Like, because it skipped once, skipped twice. I'm like, it's in the fairway. We're going to find that. Definitely didn't find it.
The deepest kerplunk you've ever heard in your entire life.
Yeah.
And then I proceeded to birdie that hole. So,
hell yeah.
So you were dialed a little bit.
I played good for me. Good for me. I think I shot I think I was 9 over on 9. So pure bogey golf, 9 or 10
45?
over. Yeah,
that's pretty solid.
I think it was 46, so 10 over.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's not bad. I went out Sunday, and I got absolutely blue balled on Sunday.
Oof.
So I've been laid up for a week at this point.
Did you get that cleared out?
And I did, yeah. Let me finish.
Okay. It sounds like you already did.
I did later that day.
Okay.
So we had a tee time set because my quarantine ended. So I'm like, I got to get out on the course. So we had a tee time set for Sunday at 7:18, which I'm pumped for. I hadn't slept good in the last 5 days, but I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm getting up early. So we get to the course, and it's a beautiful morning. There's no sun out, but it's pretty overcast. It's kind of dark out because we got a storm rolling in.
So it wasn't that beautiful.
It wasn't, but like in terms of no wind, no nothing, no bugs.
You just had the post-COVID optimism.
Yeah, 100%.
Any course would have looked pretty.
Proper temperature.
Yeah. So we started around, and God, I just absolutely smashed one down the middle. Couldn't have felt better. I'm like, this COVID thing, maybe it helped my golf game.
Maybe.
Just forgot about it for a while. And I don't know, I'm like 3 over through 4 or something. And we get into number 5. We all hit our drives, and then we all hit our second shots. And at this point, it feels like it's 9:30 at night because it's dark. Like, it's dark. And we're like, shit, I don't think we're going to get this round in. So it hasn't started raining yet. And then we hear the sirens. Did you guys know that the clubhouses have sirens? When a storm is rolling in and all the carts need to be into the clubhouse, they sound the alarms, essentially.
Really?
Yeah, they want you inside.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Well, I know they want you inside. I didn't realize there was a siren thing.
I mean, obviously, some of the like not as nice courses probably don't have them.
Yeah.
But I think golfing is like probably the most dangerous thing you can do. Like,
next time I'm caught in a storm, I'm standing on top of the cart and holding my club straight up in the air just to fucking feel something again.
Yeah,
just to get a superpower.
Yeah,
I did feel a little electric current going through me as we were in the car.
You should have hit right there.
Yeah. Imagine if you hit a golf ball and it got struck by lightning right in the middle. What happens?
Free drop
where though?
On the green.
Okay. I think it's just a hole out.
Yeah, I am with that. You don't know if it could have gone in the hole or not.
Yeah, exactly.
It might have.
Hey, that one felt good. It was looking good. So I think you just give it to me for a double eagle.
Yeah, I would in a heartbeat.
And we'll go from there.
Well, are there better chances of getting struck by lightning or getting a hole in one?
That's a really good
struck
question.
by lightning, I think.
Getting a hole in one is like
hole in one is 12,500 to 1. Lightning is 1 in 700,000. So way more likely to get a hole in one. So that's why I think if you get struck by lightning, that's like 3 holes in one.
I was watching some show called Unexplained on Netflix. Soft plug here. Some lady got struck by lightning twice in her life, and she was basically electrified. like things would act weird
like a
around.
superpower?
No, but like yes and no. There was no benefit to this power, but she'd go around like microwave clocks and the clock would shut off.
Really?
Yeah.
So the odds of being struck in your lifetime by lightning is 1 in 3,000.
Becoming a lightning victim in the U.S. in any 1 year. Oh, so 1 in 3. Okay, yeah.
So it is harder to get a hole in one.
Hole in one. Yeah, it is much harder. So never mind. You just get like a par for that hole then.
So
No,
what are the
giving myself
odds of
30.
getting a hole in one while being struck by lightning?
I'm not great at math.
I think if you just times those two together, 700,000 times 3,000, I don't know if that is correct or not.
Yeah, right.
Some smarter math people are just screaming right now. So 370. Oh, wow. Hang on. There's a couple commas that need to go here. So
It's
37.5 million.
yeah, 37.5 million.
So it can happen. I mean,
Yeah.
your chances of that happening versus winning the lottery is probably pretty good.
You just need to take 37.5 million shots during thunderstorms
Yeah. And then
on par threes.
and then it might happen.
So go try that one out. Report back if anyone.
Yeah, let us know how it goes, guys.
I mean, think about Topgolf. They have like chips inside of their balls. You
Yeah.
think those suckers would get struck by lightning every once in a while, huh?
I bet they do. I bet they're more likely.
I don't know. Anyway, we're halfway through number 5. Sirens start going off. So I left. Here's where I made a mistake. I'm a ball down. I'm a ball down at this point because I left my ball in the fairway thinking that it would pass quick and we'd go back and we'd play again. It did not pass quick. So I am out a Callaway Super Soft.
If anyone finds it, please give it back to Ryan.
Yeah, it's at the Moorhead Country Club. Please give that back to me because it's a number 4 too.
Yeah, okay. Callaway Super Soft 4. Get that back to Ryan.
It's a white one too. It's not one
White?
of them colored one. One
Okay.
of the red or yellow or purple, whatever.
Yep.
So we go into the clubhouse and we are about we're pretty far away. We're about halfway there and it absolutely starts downpouring. My first instinct is fuck. I have to get the cover on top of my gloves. I can't have those babies rusting out.
Right.
So we got the covers on. We're driving back to the clubhouse and it is like hurricane season at the clubhouse. And from being in the rain for, I shit you not, no more than 10 seconds, soaking wet.
Jesus.
So-
I mean, I was in town when that storm hit. It was a nasty storm.
It was nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this whole time I'm looking forward to this tee time. We get 4 holes in. The hole before I had sunk like a 20-foot birdie putt. Huge breaker left to right. Felt great. And we're like, okay, well, this is going to pass it. We should be able to get back out at 11 and I can get my ball back. Well, another system came through at 11 and then another system came through at like 2. And then we're like, fuck, well, let's just make it 3 o'clock and hopefully it works out. We ended up getting on at 3 o'clock, but carts weren't allowed. So I ended up walking.
Did you have your push cart?
Yes.
Okay, that's good because you don't have a walking bag anymore.
No, I don't. I have a walking bag.
I thought your Sun Mountain one wasn't. I thought it was a
it's not
cart bag.
No.
Mm.
God, no. I learned my lesson the first time, Tyler.
What? What do you mean?
With my tour bag I used to have. My Cleveland cart bag, that big ass one.
Yeah, you don't need a walking bag and we never walk.
Well, this time I had to.
Yeah, but
No
you had a
carts
push
allowed.
cart.
Correct. I don't know where you're going with this, but
You don't need a light bag if you got wheels on that bitch.
that's correct. But the weekend before that, I did carry my bag at the par 3.
Okay.
So we get out and at 3 o'clock, and I mean, we just start from hole 1 again, and it is fucking 95 degrees out.
Muggy,
soaking
I'm
in
sure.
Sweat.
Sticky.
You take out a cold water from the truck, put it in your push cart, and it is like perspirating and warm in the next 25 minutes.
Ugh.
And on top of that, we had to walk 18 holes, which I did figure out is about 4 miles, which is, it's a good workout. But I mean, after hole 12, my legs were shot. So I actually started clubbing up and taking less off of it. Weird how that works. Started hitting it straighter. Started hitting it a little bit straighter. Didn't get the yardage, but wasn't intending to. And finished around with an 88.
It's pretty good.
Now, after the 80, looking at that 88, on number 6, there's a dike on my left and there is the river on the right. It's a pretty tight fairway. And on the other side of the dike, there are houses. And I kind of try to finagle this new driver swing I got going. I kind of started dipping my back shoulder, trying to get a little more loft on the ball. And I fucking smashed one straight left into a camper. And this is one of those situations where I am waiting for a window to shatter. Like you're sitting there in anticipation, seeing what it's going to hit. Luckily, it hit the siding. I'm like, okay, well.
Big old crash, though.
Yeah.
People thought the thunder was back on.
Even worse, the garage door was open.
Oy.
Luckily, nobody was outside.
Luckily, you didn't hit it into the garage.
I know, exactly. So I mean, that's probably the guy that took my Callaway. So
yeah, so you're even then.
Yeah. So I'm 1 in, 2 out, hitting 3 off the tee again. Same exact shot. I just hit it even better off the roof of that same house.
You gotta just drop at that point.
So, but here's the thing. It went straight left, but I smashed it. And so I'm 1 in, 2 out, 3 and 4 out. I'm shooting 5. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to drop one at the women's tee up there. Cause that's like vertical coming out. That's about where it would be. So I drop one at the women's tee, pull out the hybrid. And there's like shit in these backyards. There's like trees and stuff. I hit like a snap hook right into the trees. 1 and 2 out, 3 and 4 out, 5 and 6 out. I'm shooting 7 from my drop spot. And I'm like, all right, well, I need to go for the green now. It's par 5.
How angry are you at this point?
Pretty pissed.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, Tyler. The hole before that, everyone's like, yeah, God, I'm like 6 over after 5. And I'm like, I'm 4 over after 5. And they're like, Ryan, you're 1 over after 5. And I'm like, yeah, let's not talk about that.
You let it get to your head.
I said, let's not talk about that. Why would it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball.
Yeah.
So we finish off that par on that. That was a par 3. We finished that out. I think I doubled that one. So I'm shooting 7. I'm shooting 7 from up on the dike, vertical out from the trees. And I put one in the water right next to the green. So 7 in, 8 out, shooting 9, conceded the hole. I said, fuck.
I would have too.
I said, fuck you. I'm not going to lose any more balls. And I gave myself a 10, which I think is fine.
Well, that's max, isn't it?
I think so. In my book, it is.
What par was it?
5.
Yeah, that's max.
5 over.
Yep.
So in the matter of 2 holes, I was 7 over.
Yikes.
And in the first 5, I was 1 over. So that just shows you, if you're like, tell your golf buddies your superstitions beforehand. Hey, if I'm shooting a good round, do not mention it.
Set your boundaries. Maybe come up with a safe word.
What would that be for you?
What would my safe word on the golf course be? I don't fucking know.
I don't know either.
You can't put me on a spot like that.
I don't know either. So it's every single one of those like good rounds that I'm putting together where it's one blow up hole that just completely sets me back.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Walking 18 holes, having that hole on top of it. My buddy's just absolutely throwing me in a dumpster fire by talking about my score. It led to an 88, which is respectable. I hadn't golfed in a week. I haven't even, I thought about it a lot, but I didn't.
You're still recovering too.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
And you were asked to walk 14 holes now.
No, it was 4 plus 18. So it was, well, no, the first 4 we had a cart. So I walked 18 holes.
I am hearing a lot of excuses here.
Like what?
You knew that the clubbing up and short swing would make it go straight. Why didn't you just do that after you put 3 of them into the camper?
Because I need to feel comfortable with my actual club and actual distance.
Why?
Because that's what you just said.
No, I just play with my regular. I just play whatever works, man.
Yeah.
You know that about me.
I don't know about that.
You know that's true.
Well, I don't know if that's true or not.
Yes, you do.
I don't know.
How many times have you seen me just leave my driver in the bag on a par 3?
See, that's
par 5.
I mean, that's a different story.
No, it's not.
Par 3.
Every par 3, I leave the driver in the bag.
I'm talking irons.
Yeah.
How
many times do you see me just punch for no reason?
Just in the middle of the fairway.
Yep.
Just
if I'm topping it all day, I'll just punch in the middle of the fairway. Hit it closer.
I
repeat.
don't know if I've ever seen that. I mean, Castleton would have been a great spot for you to do that, but you didn't.
We were shooting videos.
I get that, but at the same time, do what works best for you.
Yeah, we were shooting a video, and what works best for the video is for me to swing it at the ball.
Right, but if you're hitting it 10 yards every shot.
Yeah, if I'm playing for real, I'm just going to punch and get forward.
All I'm saying is I don't think I've ever seen you do that.
We did a whole episode on it.
On Grandpa Golf, yeah.
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 That's what I'm talking about. Punching in the middle of the fairway is Grandpa Golf.
Right, but I don't think I've ever seen you do that. And I'm sorry that I forgot if you have. I don't remember.
One instance for sure you were there. The entire scramble against my dad on Turkey Days. I punched every shot. Unless we were around the green, then I chipped.
See, I don't. Again, COVID memory is foggy.
I think you're getting old.
Memory's foggy from the COVID. I mean, I believe you. Again, I just don't remember.
Thanks.
So.
Anyway, Ryan.
Hey,
Golf.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't remember.
I just think you should start if you're risking a max on a hole, just start punching.
Yeah, but I mean, what if you hit a good one on the next shot?
You didn't.
But what if you do?
But the next shot's all that matters.
You're right. It's to make the next shot good.
Yeah, but which is what if it is with a full swing?
It's not what I wasn't trying to not make it good.
There's a lot going on in your head, man.
You're sitting here as if you can just read my mind while I'm on hole 6 at the country club.
You mean you read it for us? You told us.
Also, went to the country club only because I got invited.
Good call.
So don't
just want to put that out there.
Don't think that I have a membership to this country club because I don't. I got invited.
I will take a membership to a country club if it's given to me.
Well, yeah.
My dad got one this year because he bid on it at a silent auction.
Jesus, how much did that cost him?
Not much compared to what it was, like a third of the regular price.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I think he maybe tried to give it to me because he thought I'd golf there more.
Well, he did it because that's where the Pine de Palm is, and he wanted to be in the Pine de Palm. He missed sign up too, so he also fucked up.
Well, I think they did that on purpose.
I think so too. They just had anyone with the last name Ziegler or Ryan or
T-shirt
Sheely.
guy.
Anyone with the last name T-shirt guy, immediately they just said, no, it's full. You're 95th on the waiting list.
I think once I get this drive figured out, though, the long drive competition at Pine de Palm would have been.
I thought you missed that too.
I did. It would have been a great thing for me though.
Yeah. Have you practiced doing the rock yet?
God, no. I've actually rocked less, and that's helped me with the driver. Lucas Sweet Shots taught me that. So.
No more rocking?
No more rocking.
Okay, that's probably good.
Until I have a kid, though, then I'll be rocking.
You'll
constantly.
be just phantom bouncing. You won't even have the kid in your hands, and if you're just standing there, you just start bouncing.
You went golfing with your kid.
I did.
Phenomenal segue.
And I think... Thanks, Matt, for ruining it now.
No, I just wanted to give Ryan his flowers.
I have figured out how to golf with my child. And it is more people, the better.
Just punch it.
Yeah, you just punch. you just punch the kid right in the fucking face.
Just punch it down the fairway.
Every time
just like you had said.
Every time he's lipping off, you just punch him.
Buy yourself a hole with a 20-minute nap.
Yeah, I'm trying to set up a reel here, Ryan. So
okay, go ahead.
I have figured out how to golf with my child.
Go on.
It is 1, golf with as many people as possible, most likely a foursome. Fill up your group.
Do they need to be good babysitters?
Yes. Number 2, they need to know your kid. So I went with my buddies this time. The last time I golfed with my kid, went with dad. Dad obviously knows the kid, but it was tough with
your dad.
My dad. It was tough with a 2-man team. So like, because one guy would watch the kid while the other guy was hitting, and there's no chance to go like look for your ball while the other person was hitting. So the pace of play was pretty slow. We kept pace, and if anything, we pushed the group in front of us with a 2-year-old on the course, and we let him hit on every tee and on every green.
How far was he hitting the driver?
Farther than lane sometimes.
Like 6-7 yards?
No, I would give him his best shots were probably 20 yards.
So he's getting some distance.
Oh yeah, especially when you tee it up for him. He would get under it. And I have that driver that Matt broke. Yeah. And I just put electrical tape on it for a handle. Nice. So he hits that pretty well.
You can get some hockey, some baseball grip for that deal.
That's a good idea.
Grip that baby.
What tees does he hit from?
He hits from blues.
Okay.
And you should see how fast he tees the ball up, Matt.
Yep. I'll have to check it out sometime.
Yeah. You have him hitting blues already?
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
He's not playing the full hole.
Duh.
He wanted to, though. Holy shit. But yeah, so then play games. Play games on the tee box, right? So you got your group of 4 buddies. We played keep away, hockey style, with the clubs we had out ready to go while we were waiting for the group in front of us. And you just play keep away hockey style. You just pass the ball around. He's going to chase it and have the time of his fucking life. Let him hit like 1 or 2 shots off the tee. Make him run and go get the ball because it's only 20 yards away. And then play keep away until the other people off. Then when you get to the green, let him putt right away. Just get it out of the way, or he's going to be messing with your balls, messing with your line, whatever. Put the ball 6 inches from the cup and just let him tap it in.
Does he know not to take divots out of the green?
Yes, he does. And he has a putter now. Grandpa Dave got him a putter.
Did anyone ever try to take him $10 a hole? Or like long close to pin or anything?
Yeah, I tried to, but when I won the money from him, he asked me to spot him. So it's just my money anyway. Sure. So
you know what they need to have at golf courses?
Daycare.
they need to have like caddy babysitters on staff so that like, hey, dad needs to get out and like get a league score for the week, or like mom's out of the house, dad's looking for something to do. Like you can hire a caddy babysitter to ride along with you. Great with kids, CPR certified.
Do you want the kid with you if you're hiring a babysitter? I would just if I'm hiring a babysitter, I'm just going to leave the kid at home.
Yeah, but it's also about introducing your kid to the game of golf.
Yeah, then I want them to golf, not just hang out with the babysitter.
But I mean, if they're if they're a year old.
But I like this daycare thing. Give them a small, tiny mini course, like mini golf, but like a little longer so that they can hit different clubs. And then just leave them with the caddy at that course.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you're an anomaly. I think there are people out there that would pay for a service to like help take care of their kid while they're out golfing.
Yeah.
Whether that's at the clubhouse or whether they have like a special golf cart for kids. It's all decked out in like colors, and they got fucking Blippi up on the TV in the cart, and
they need a push cart like at the mall. They have like random strollers you can rent that are like a police car or a fire truck. They need a push cart with a fire truck on the front. So you throw the kid in there and then they're driving the whole way.
Yeah, that's actually a phenomenal idea.
Yeah, I think we solved it.
You could also do one of those sidecars like in motorcycles that just
That's kind of what I was thinking about.
Yeah. I like that too.
You just put a quarter in, they go like bounce up and down a little bit, play some music.
Yeah. You have some sort of little game like that on every tee box.
Or on the other hand, if you want to save money on the caddy babysitter, you can rent a big ass wagon that hooks up to the back of your golf cart. So you just
a trailer.
kind of like a trailer. You just put them in the wagon with like, they got fucking toys in there. Maybe it's like a mini putt, like a little, like one hole mini putt course. So they can like, I don't know, play in the back, hang out while you're golfing.
Give him a bucket and a shovel for the bunkers. So
Get him a
dig
Oh,
out the sand.
he really wanted to go in the sand.
Yeah, that's actually a great idea. They need to have a separate sand trap for kids on these golf courses.
Sand is bad. Don't let him in the sand. The one time I went with my dad, I told you he just fucking full on belly flopped into the sand.
Nice.
I was shaking sand out of that kid's pants for the next 4 hours.
When I was at Ribfest, they had a sandbox at Ribfest.
I hate sand, dude.
And
I'm like Anakin.
There were kids. I don't know. I've never seen Star Wars. I wouldn't know.
Oh, you knew Anakin though.
Yeah, but there were kids in the sandbox at Ribfest that like had their entire heads buried in the sand.
I hate
They
that.
would get up and like they were taking big wads of sand in their hands, like just dumping them on other kids' heads,
throwing it up into the air.
pretty much. Yeah, and I'm like,
They're
as
like
a parent,
LeBron with the powder.
pretty much. Yeah, and it's like as a parent, I'm like, I'm getting my kid out of there ASAP.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. The sand is one of the worst things. Mud. I'll take mud over sand any day of the week.
Yeah,
Sand, especially if it's in their hair. That shit does not come out. Doesn't matter. You can give them a bath. There's still going to be sand in there.
yeah, I agree.
So keep them out of the sand. The next thing you guys need to do, snacks on snacks on snacks. You need to have the gambit because the kids have short attention spans. They're going to get tired of their goldfish in like 30 seconds. So you got to have fruit snacks ready to go. When they're tired of the fruit snacks, you got to have a granola bar ready to go because otherwise they are constantly grabbing everything.
So at what age do you start making them play through the pain of being hungry?
Probably 5 or 6.
Okay, that's fair. I got a few years.
Also, shout out to Prairie Wood continuing to be the fucking best. I told you about Osgood coming out there and trying to police Charlie being on the course. Prairie Wood didn't say a word. They're like, "Oh, have a good round, buddy."
They never have.
Yeah, they're still the best. Love them to death.
Yep.
So are you saying like new snack for every hole almost?
Almost, yes. Very close to that. Yep.
Because I think they need something to look forward to for the next hole.
Yeah, he housed quite a few snacks in that. Also, bring water. You don't want your kid to tip over on the course.
No, God,
it's
no.
warm out there.
Bring them a Mountain Dew maybe too.
Especially when, Mountain Dew, hype them up when they start to get tired around hole 8.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be pooped. Think about how many miles they put on. They're doing the keep away game, running after their drives.
Kind of like a dog.
Yeah.
Give them a bunch of exercise so they pass out later that night.
Yes. He slept so good the rest of the day. We got McDonald's after the round.
Nice. Dollar menu? Well, they don't have that
Nah, he
anymore.
got a Happy Meal. He got Thor as a toy.
Nice.
So then after that, passed the fuck out. Dad got some wedding planning done. It was perfect. So snacks, run the shit out of them. Have a good group of buddies, especially ones that are good with your kid, because then he rode with the other two guys more than he rode with me and my buddy.
Yeah.
So
I think if I was in that situation, I'd be I would just be out there to have fun, not shoot a score.
Yep.
So you might have thought different about me, but you're wrong.
I didn't even say anything. I did play pretty good, and I think it's because I wasn't thinking about my game at all.
100%.
I was thinking more about like, let's keep him safe and not hit by anybody else's balls.
Yeah.
Let's make sure he doesn't fuck up my friend's game. And then I played pretty damn good considering. I shot 41.
Plus, you want to show up for your son. You want to know what that dad's about that life.
Right? Yeah.
You want him to know who daddy is.
There was a bit where he was riding in the car with my friend Luke, and Luke would be like, "All right, is Dad gonna hit a good shot here, or is he gonna miss?" And for the first 3 times, he got it right. He's like, he's gonna miss. He's gonna miss
like the ball entirely.
No, I would top it and hit it shitty.
Sure. Because I think back to a round we had a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
you literally missed the ball.
Whiffed completely. It fucking back popped.
You weren't punching.
You were shook.
I should have.
You weren't punching.
No. That's what I did to fix that. My first 3 misses in the fairway, I just started punching it up.
For the video.
Yeah. No, this was no cameras out there. Had him repping a breakfast ball hat.
Nice.
Yep. Talking a little shit.
Okay, good.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, speaking of guys who like to have fun on the golf course, we had the Country Club adjacent guys on the podcast.
Yes, very special guests on today.
Yes, interview coming up next here, and it was these guys are wild. They're absolute wild cards. If you probably saw the clip of a redheaded guy by the name of Griff who asked Dustin Johnson why his dad's love is conditional at one of the former LIV event, the one in Portland, the LIV tour event in Portland. Clip went viral. That was the Country Club adjacent guys.
Yep.
So we were fortunate enough to have them on the podcast. We did a good interview with them. Hopefully we can get out to their area. I always say like hopefully we can get out and play them in a match. I say that with a lot of people because no one's coming to North Dakota.
Yeah.
So it's like, the downfall of that is, number one, we have short golf seasons. Number two, no one's coming here to play us.
They should. We have some nice courses.
They're also just probably a little bit intimidated because like North Dakota golf is another beast.
Yes,
man.
you have to play the wind a lot.
Exactly. So coming up next, the Country Club adjacent interview. Hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll be there at the end to close it out.
Up next, we have a big interview with the Country Club adjacent guys, Ryan. These dudes are the grandfather of the back off challenge.
Yep.
It's all over the golf internet. They're the dudes that they'll chirp you while you're trying to hit your drive and try to get you to back off from it. They go to tournaments and they chirp all the people in the crowd. They've met John Daly. They were just in Portland at the LIV. So we're pretty excited to have Country Club adjacent on the podcast. Welcome to the pod, fellas.
Thank you. Sorry about our setup here. We're just on the phone, so I know that might bother some listeners, but we apologize, and hopefully the content will outweigh the tech.
Yeah, I think it adds character to us. If anything, we need more character on the pod.
I like that.
So first of all, tell everyone about you guys. What's your deal? You guys are Country Club adjacent. We're also not fans of country clubs, but give us a little bit of your background to start us off.
Yeah, so we're all stand-up comedians. We've all been doing stand-up about 10 years each, and I've been playing golf our whole life, except for Mark.
Just picked it up last week.
Yeah, basically, like we got an opportunity to do this like week-long RV road trip for this TV show that never aired, and I reached out to all these guys, including Griff, who's out of town right now. To do this road trip, and just our chemistry during that first week was so fun that we just knew that we had to start something together. And then looking like what was going on within the scope of the golf world, and that like as far as comedy, like Foreplay from Barstool was at the top of the game, and we're like, oh well, we can do that.
You can do that shit.
So we knew that there was a wide open lane for us if we just kind of committed to something. And a year and a half later, we have fake grass behind us.
Yeah, with the light up.
Us as well. So
we have actually a stone that's framed as well that you can't see, but
yeah,
that's pretty much like the pinnacle of our existence.
Literally,
all it takes to have a successful golf podcast is some turf behind you.
That's it.
Yep, anyone can do it. I shouldn't have said that. Now there's gonna be 9 million golf podcasts.
Yeah, well, the turf companies have been reaping the benefits of us, average podcasts on the internet. No, that's sweet. Has the so year and a half since you guys have been doing it, has the golf game improved at all in the year and a half, or has it gotten worse? Because I'll tell you right now, I think mine's gotten worse since we started doing this about 2 years ago.
Mine, I think, got better because we play with more people, so I feel like I have to show up more.
Yeah.
So mine's gotten a little bit better, but like not much.
I think all of us I've gotten a little bit better, to be honest. I know Mark has actually got better. Who won't admit it?
Mark has gotten much worse.
Mark has gotten better. Mark has injured his shoulder, and so he's gotten worse in that sense.
Yeah, no, I just like before the pod started, I was like shooting low 80s, broke 80 a couple of times, was having a lot of fun out there. And then when it became not so much of a job, but like a job, I don't even want to be out there anymore.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you guys can attest to this. We've found when we shoot skit videos or whatever on the course, it's really fucking hard to play golf when you got cameras in your face left and right. You're mic'd up. Have you guys felt any of that?
That's why, like, I have to have like some rounds where there's none of that shit, or else I'll just get angry.
Well, and then you also feel
it's better if we have like we're finally able to like afford and have like the backing of like having someone film us while we're out there.
Yep.
But like when we're trying to produce our own stuff and we're filming our own stuff and playing golf, it's an absolute meltdown for me.
Yeah.
Having like ADD and like shame of like, are we being too slow?
Yeah. Dude, the anxiety of ruining pace with cameras out there is the worst.
Yeah.
But there's also
we never get like permits to film.
No, we don't either.
Like,
run and gun, baby.
Yeah, we run and gun.
Yeah, we've been good so far.
That we've like got almost kicked out on the tee box because we see like 3 cameras out there.
Yeah.
Well, you can't start filming until hole 2. You got to keep all the cameras hidden until you're in the middle of the course.
That.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're definitely learning that as we go.
It just took us getting kicked off one course that we had a partnership with to learn that. So,
You had a partnership with them and they still booted you?
Yeah, these guys kind of suck though. They're like, they didn't understand what we were doing. Like they don't have an Instagram account, so they couldn't see the benefits of us tagging them and everything. And we brought out these guys that like brought beers and had mullets. Not that's a factor, but they like tank top, short shorts, showed up double like fisting coolers on both hands. And we played in an 8-some and filmed on the first hole. So all the boxes.
But also here's what they don't realize is that like that's 99% of golfers is the guys with buckets of beers in both hands, wearing the bucket hats with cut off shirts, all that kind of stuff. And that's the audience that we're trying to reach right now too, is because the small 1% of people is like they're the serious golfers, they're the hardos, right?
Right. And I think even the professionals want to be more like us. Like the LIV is a great example of that. It looks a hell of a lot more fun. I think they're trying to get back to what makes golf fun. And I think those are our similar audiences with the two of us for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, that tour was great, man. Like we had so much fun this past week in Portland. Just got access that we only dreamed about having to the players inside the ropes, just getting to watch the entire round of the final group, like right next to them the entire way.
Yeah.
Was so
sick.
Cool. Like, I've been a fan of golf my entire life and never had that opportunity.
Yeah.
So it was pretty fun, man. We were just watching the final group and we're like, dude, we don't even want to make content. We just want to
Yeah.
Literally. It was compelling. And then on top of that, the players were just like seemingly in a better mood. Yeah. And the audience, the crowd was like having a good time. Like it felt like a party atmosphere instead of like a serious, like, sort of like just that
tense almost.
Some of those events just not very fun, and this was.
Yeah. So have you guys been to like a Ryder Cup or a Waste Management Open?
We've been to the Waste.
Yes.
Yeah. What is it like compared to that? Because that's the party tournament of the PGA. How does it fit compared to the Waste Management?
Well, Waste is kind of like an anomaly. Like it's kind of like on it in a league of its own, because it has so many years of like that's what it is.
Yeah.
And that tournament is so fun. But like for their second event, it definitely had vibes of like, a tournament like that. They obviously don't have the stands like on 16. I'm sure they'll have an event that's like that in the future, 100%. But yeah, like even like all the fans rushing up on 18, like there's no security off that. So that was great to see. The players loved it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like in the next year, they're going to have a waste management type vibe to a couple events. And then also after each day, there's literally a concert that happens right there in the fall tournament. They pull up all the food trucks. They have live music. It's super fun to hang around.
Yeah. Great atmosphere. They had a fan village, which was really cool. Like it was like putt and like little chipping things. And they had simulators. It was cool. They did a good job.
That's like festival vibes out there.
Yeah, what every average fan wants to see. When do they you guys need to do like a stand-up show before or after one of the live events. That would be sweet.
Instead of a concert, you guys all go up there and do a Power 5 or something. Do back to back to back.
Dude, literally we all just go together.
We did when we were in Portland. So like stand-up's not music, like
right.
Yeah,
it's literally a nightmare to like be like, oh, and also after the tournament there's going to be a stand-up something
especially outdoor, not there for stand-up. That's like bad.
That's true.
But
that's true.
We're we have a big enough audience now. Like when we were in Portland, we did a one-nighter at like the best comedy club up there, and like one of the best comedy clubs in the country over at Helium in Portland.
Yeah.
And so the first night of the tournament, first day of the tournament, that same night, we booked a one-nighter to where we sold tickets to our stand-up show. And that's something that we want to like. That's like a cool thing to do, something adjacent to the tournament, but still gather audience. Satisfy our fans that are there because they like our comedy.
Yeah.
That's something that that's really, I think that separates us from a lot of, definitely from foreplay. We have like a little side hustle as opposed to the podcast and working content inside the tournament.
Yeah.
You guys you're not just one dimensional.
We're like 8-dimensional.
So we have like 9 dimensions.
Well, Mark's body is actually 2-dimensional.
Yeah, my body, I'm like...
I can tell right now.
I'm like a anime drawing.
It's a line drawing.
Yeah. You and Ryan are the skinny boys.
Yeah. I guess that's what they call us. But a lot of your guys' comedy translate, like how you can translate it over into content is like when you're roasting fans or doing the back off challenge. My question to you guys is like when you're just off the cuff roasting fans, is anyone trying to throw hands in the parking lot? Anyone trying to like get up in your face? Like, what the fuck are you guys doing here? Is there any of that?
No, I mean, everybody's pretty cool. Like they either like it or just kind of walk away.
When you catch them off guard like you do, I can see I'm just going to walk away from these guys.
Yeah. I had one guy in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I don't know what I said to him, but he just kind of like shoved my stomach with a backhand. And then,
we're working on that with Jake though, because Jake can be a little too abrasive.
Yeah, sure. he can go straight for the kill shot.
Yeah.
There's no warm up with Jake. It's just straight to the point.
So kind of circling back to you guys getting booted off courses, do you just show up to a course, pick a tee box, and then wait to get people to back off? Or what do you do?
No, like the only time we've done it when multiple groups come through is when tournaments hire us to do our back off challenge.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
It's always the people that we're playing with, or someone comes up to us and we're like, "Yo, you're the back off guys," or whatever, and then we'll do it with them. But yeah, it's always it's consensual.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's good because consensual these days is always good.
Number one. Who's been the hardest to crack?
John Daly.
Really?
I believe that.
Video yet? Like the video of us playing golf with him is out on YouTube, but Griff and I played with him, and for 18 holes, we don't ever write back offs, but with John, we prepared so much. We had a back off for every single hole, and whatever we said, he would turn around and come back with something that's 10 times funnier.
God.
Just immediate.
So it usually works better when it is kind of like off the cuff in the moment. Yeah. A lot of times when people know that we're trying to get them to back off. Yeah. Like it didn't originate with the original back off didn't originate with let's try to get this guy to back off the shot. It's literally, that's how we just played.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
It was like, we're giggling, we're having a good time. And then there's that moment where you tee the ball up and then you do your waggle and you get set. And there's like tension in the air.
Yes.
And comedy works great when there's tension and you get to cut that tension. And that shit just happened organically with us. And we're just trying to like get a laugh. So when that tension goes up, you know, we would just like say shit. And that's what kind of just like organically works. So if we're playing golf with someone, like number one tee box, we're probably not going to get you to back off because like they're expecting it. But when it's like, you get to like hole 7, hole 8, people are kind of having a good time.
Yep.
We're getting loose. People are giggly. Then you start getting to like those present jokes, like we're in the moment. And that's when like, I don't ever feel like the written back offs do as well as opposed to like, we're just off the cuff.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever made somebody back off with the joke that we've pre-written.
Sure.
It's always something we think in the moment.
Yeah.
And then we'll be like on hole 8 and be like, oh, I got a good one for this next team.
Oh,
Yeah.
That feel like better.
Yeah.
Like we'll know, being comedians, you'll be up on stage and you'll think of something in your head, like a riff or like some crowd work, someone says something. There's certain moments where you're like, oh, what I'm about to say next is gonna fucking kill.
Yeah. Yeah. And also with the back offs, it's like one of those things where people, like some people go into it where they're just like, no, you're not backing me off. And they don't play into it as much. And when that happens, like there's kind of no point in doing it with people like that.
Yeah.
Because they're going to hit the ball and they don't care if they fucking shank it.
Yeah.
You know, they just don't want to back off. So, you know, you got to go into it as somebody that's like open and
at least to hear our jokes, you know, not just go up and hit it immediately.
Yeah.
Right.
People try to do it as a tactic. They just play poorly.
What was the one-liner that you thought would back John Daly off the ball that didn't?
Oh man. Shoot, I gotta look at the video. But I don't know. We went in on everything, you know, just like he looks like he was conceived in a church's chicken. He looks like he just came from a white trash lives rally, a white trash lives matter rally. Just like, you know, talking about his man boobs. Really, like we took it from all angles. We even went personal because, like, you know, there was a story he told us about like Fred Couples where like apparently Fred Couples just like hooks up with all the players' wives, and told us that one time like Fred tried to like make a move on his wife. We were like, oh my God, dude. So we were just like, yeah, Fred Couples would hit this fairway for sure.
Let's go.
So John Daly obviously lived up to the hype from all the stories.
He's everything that you hear that he is. He had,
which is the coolest thing.
He had a handle of vodka to himself. He probably drank like 12, 15 beers and just like he didn't have anything, you know? His tolerance level is just...
And I watched the video, he was striping shit all day.
Yeah, he's also very good at golf.
Yeah. So it's one of those situations where you do want to meet your heroes.
Yes, 100%.
Probably one of the few times.
Yeah,
I love that. Yeah, we... especially on our podcast, we couldn't be bigger JD1 and JD2 fans.
He abbreviates everything.
I think they're the coolest individuals. I just got a baseball jersey, Arkansas baseball jersey with Daly number 69 in the back, and I've been repping that thing every day since I've gotten it. Have you met JD Jr. yet?
No, we have not. He was not there that day, but I hope to. He seems like cool.
Doing like
I want to see him play on tour.
Oh, that would be great. I mean, not only is he raking in the money from Hooters, but also, I mean, he could get a bag from the LIV tour for sure.
Yeah.
You integrate Hooters somehow into the LIV.
Yeah.
We talked about this. We need a Hooters Invitational, and I think the LIV is the company to do it.
Why not? You know?
Well, and you get like a Hooters girl as your caddy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it, dude. Their wings disappoint.
Really?
See,
yeah, I wish that they were good, but they're not. So.
What about the thighs?
I also think that, like, I wish Hooters had more men working. So that's one complaint.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I want to see more dudes.
Yeah, they would. Well, you did just come out of the closet. You told us that, so that's
that is true.
Yeah.
So with the future of golf shifting more towards the party scene, I think that's big for the both of us. But where I want to see the LIV go and where I want to see golf go is I want this to end up being an AFC NFC situation. I want LIV versus PGA, 2-3 events a year with a giant cup at the end.
Dude, they absolutely should.
Yeah, we talked about that actually with we had Bryson on our pod a couple weeks ago, and that's kind of like what we talked about was like the NFL was nothing until the AFC NFC came together and did the Super Bowl, right? So that's where we want to see it go too. Is like you have the LIV Tour, you have the PGA Tour, and then at the end there's that because there's no big tournament at the end, no matter how many fucking different things they try, the FedEx Cup playoffs, fucking tour championship, it really means nothing.
Yeah.
Well, why do you think golf is so afraid to put one master above them all? Like one major above them all? Like the Masters kind of is, but they're all 4 majors. I think they do need one big thing.
Yeah, it would just be awesome to have the two, because the competition on the LIV Tour is just as compelling. You know, like these guys, I think Brandon Grace won by 2 shots at 13 under, and the next guy 11 under. It was awesome, and to see that high level of golf on a different tour, I think it would be a good matchup. It would be a really good matchup.
I mean, we're definitely rooting for a LIV golfer to win the next major.
Yeah,
epic.
Us as well.
Yeah, and so talking on that too, with all the drama going on with the PGA guys not agreeing with the LIV guys coming over to play in their tournaments, I get that to an extent, because like, hey, you've gotten paid from the LIV Tour and now you want to come over and try and take our money again. I understand that, but at the same time, it's like, hey, rules are rules. If you can come over and play, why wouldn't you?
They're dropping the bag to try to compete with the LIV, and it just proves that they could have been doing it the whole time.
Dude, it's the same thing. Like, just like, where were you guys hiding this money?
Yeah. Right.
You guys just have an extra 160 mil that you're like, oh, we were planning on doing this.
Yeah. You weren't.
And you're a nonprofit that you make $4 million a year running.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, we're just going to keep that money.
Yeah. My take on the PGA Tour has always and will always be, it's the most giant money laundering scheme that's ever been fucking made. It's a fucking nonprofit. It's a come on, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, there's profit there.
Yes.
There's a lot of profit being taken too. So Country Club adjacent, you guys let me clear things up. You guys are anti-country club, correct?
Until we get invited to one.
Yes.
Dude, we're the same exact way.
Our boss is a country club member. We don't play unless invited.
What kind of adjacent stands for in that way is like, we're going to bring our energy of like not ever being able to play at these country clubs to the country. Like, if you tell us what to do at a country club or tell us to tuck in our shirt, we will look you directly in the eyes and whisper how your wife is cheating on you. Yeah. And that's what you should be concerned about, opposed to the fact that you can't see my belt.
We're disruptors. Yeah. We're trying to Trojan this game.
Yeah.
Like any way that we can sneak in and then change the culture of how you should and are told to act at these places. It's like, we're not about the traditional country club standards.
Nope.
Like Jim Jeffries was on the podcast like almost a year ago now, and he said it best. He was like, I played at Bel Air Country Club, and it's so hypocritical because you walk into the clubhouse and you have to take your hat off just to sit down next to a guy who talks about how he had sex with a prostitute and her pussy looked like a mouse.
100%. One thing that really turned me off from the country club vibe, and I had this thought beforehand too, but we were playing in Wisconsin.
Oh yeah. We were at the Green Bay Country Club.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll fucking put them on blast. I don't care.
I'm a big time like wear my hat backwards and like play around a golf, right? I want to be comfortable. So I had my hat backwards the entire front 9. We get to the back, we go by the clubhouse. Some guy comes up to us. He must have worked at the clubhouse.
And there was 3 groups on the course. It was dead. We were one of 3, and we were like the last ones there for the day.
He comes up to me and he says, "Hello, sir. I'm going to need you to turn your hat forwards." And I said, "Okay, well, I'm out of here."
You just tipped?
What?
No, he didn't dip. He's all talk.
No, I dipped.
He was grumpy the rest of the round.
I was pissed off. It's like, hey, who gives a shit if my hat is backwards? It doesn't change the aura of what's going on here at the country club. I also think country clubs are just a glamorized
no, it's just a swingers cult.
It's just a swingers club.
Well, that happened to me, a similar thing in Michigan. I was on the driving range, piping drives out of the back of the range, shirt not tucked in, and some old guy walks from the other side of the driving range, goes, "Hey, tuck your shirt in," and like, yeah, okay, and do it, and then like 10 minutes later, someone comes out and tells me to tuck my shirt in. One of the pros that was working there, he's like, "Hey, man, I know it's not like a big deal, but you wouldn't mind just tucking in your shirt. You know, we have a shirts tucked in policy." And I was just like, what? That guy like went inside and complained so that some other guy could come out there and tell me to tuck in my shirt. And it was just like, it's just so weird and lame. It's like, why?
I don't understand the philosophy of it even.
It's probably like a guy who has never had like power in his life and he's always wanted it. So this is like his one opportunity to have that.
Yeah. He's in the Giant Swingers Club that is this country club. He is the cuck of this.
It's so weird. It's like it doesn't. First off, it doesn't matter. I would beat your ass on the golf course. Yeah. So why making me do this thing that I don't want to do? Like there's a reason why my shirt was untucked. My shorts were dirty. So
yeah. I dribbled on my shorts. Okay.
Yep. So guys, before we take off, one piece of advice for the average golfers, the regular Joes in the world. Lay it on us. What do you got for them?
Do acid before every round.
Is that the key to break 80?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I've been doing wrong, Tyler.
You need to drop more acid.
Okay. I like that advice. Well, fellas, thanks again for coming on. We hope we can do this again for sure. We also, we want to meet up. I'm a 12.5 handicap. Tyler, you're probably a 14, 15.
That is generous.
That's generous.
That is
but
generous.
We do want to meet up sometime in your guys' part of the country and do a match of some sort. So hopefully we can get that on the books. And we appreciate you guys coming on. And we look forward to that match coming up here soon.
Thanks for having us. We love what you guys are doing. Keep doing it.
Yes. Let's fucking keep these old cucks out of the fucking game.
Let's go, baby.
Wear your hat backwards, untuck the shirt, tuck your dick.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Hey.
These guys could not be more passionate about the LIV Tour and what they are doing for the game of golf. Now, there's two different viewpoints. I still don't know what side I land on because Tiger came out with something today that said, like, you guys basically just left something in the dust that helped to get you to where you're at today. Mm-hmm. And now, you know, what motivation do you have to go out, practice, get better when you're getting the fattest bag ever just to show up, right? So, and I understand that point of view. I still don't know where I land, but I think it's really cool what the LIV Tour is doing for the game of golf.
I disagree with Tiger because if you think about these guys, they're some of the best golfers in the world. They're some of the best competitors in the world. And you don't get to that level without having a chip on your shoulder of some sort.
How long can you have that chip for, though?
I mean, think about some of the greats. They've had it their whole career. Like, I don't think...
Playing in the PGA. Without the
LIV wasn't a thing yet, you know?
It's without the guaranteed fat bag.
Yeah, but the competitive nature in them, the money is great, right? They don't have to worry about money, but they still want to win.
So you could say that, but there's some athletes out there who do it only for the money. Like, think of Ben Simmons, stuff like that. Like, we like to think
shit about basketball.
We like to think everyone cares about the sport and professional athletics, but that's not the case. Some of them, it's just their best way to get a payday.
Yeah. And I think like let's just say I'm the greatest t-shirt guy in the world, and I got paid $200 million to go be, you know, a t-shirt guy at another company. Mm-hmm. I can probably say I don't think I'd work as hard.
Yeah, but do you still then if you lose the title of best t-shirt guy in the world, do you want it back? You still want to be known as that.
If I have $200 million, do I need it back?
I mean, in theory, no, but these guys, they think different than us. They are the best some of the best golfers in the world. And I just don't think they lose their competitive edge because of money. The money is just a bonus. Like, that's fucking sweet. But I still think they want to go out there and win.
It's hard to be inspired in a mansion.
Because what it seemed like is when Pat Perez went out and shot an 80 or 81, and he still made $900,000 and was still popping bottles of champagne on a private jet
because his team won.
Yes, but him as an individual.
Yeah, I mean, don't say it's everybody, but I do think that there is I would say the majority of those LIV golfers still want to be good and still want to win.
I think it's more the lower tier LIV golfers because they still haven't made a name for themselves. Like, Bryson and DJ and all these.
Matt Wolff still got a lot to prove. I think he's just as hungry.
Yeah, and I think he might win a little bit more now that the competition is not as great.
Cut in half, and you could say that for the PGA. Like, random people are going to win more now that the LIV golfers left.
But a lot of those LIV golfers were not winning tournaments.
They can still compete at these tournaments. Yeah. They do play just fine, and
they're still playing in some of these tournaments. Which is another thing I made the point in that interview was like, you get these LIV tour guys who are getting absolutely paid, and then they have the opportunity to come back over to the PGA and take a chunk of those guys' money who haven't gotten paid yet. I don't know if I agree with that so much.
Yeah, the LIV will open up something eventually once they get their feet on the ground for all golfers.
Well, they're already open for all golfers,
right? But most of them are under contract. I would say almost all of them are under contract at the moment with the LIV.
Yes, correct. Well, I mean, and whatever that contract says, I don't know, but
so their league format with these teams, they're not opens. They're these team formatted tournaments,
right?
So that's not open to everybody yet, but they will have open tournaments. So then these PGA players can play in them if they want. I don't think they will.
God, no.
No, just because they're very salty for the whole LIV thing in the first place. But they're not PGA events. They're USGA events that they can go and play in.
Yep.
So that's a completely different beast.
Yeah, it still feels like the same tournament, though.
Just because that's how it's been forever. Now it's just new, and people are going to have to adjust to this new format. The way golf works now is it's never going to be the same. Because even if the LIV fails, now that they've proven that money can pull golfers to their league, there's going to be another one. There's going to be these XFL type people trying to. I don't think anyone's going to ever get as far as the LIV has gotten, and I think the LIV is going to last. But if it doesn't, there's going to be copycats. There's people going to try this for the rest of the history of golf.
I think they're going to last a long time because they have money.
Yeah, I think they will too.
That's why a lot of these leagues fail. Like is it USFL even coming back?
I don't know.
XFL, like they just didn't have money.
It's expensive to start a league.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. Not if you're from Saudi Arabia, though.
That's true.
Because you have that dirty oil money.
You got lots of it.
If the LIV does fail for whatever reason, there are going to be other people that try to do this.
The doors are open now.
Yep.
They've seen that it can be done.
Yep.
So who knows? And if it does fail, well, guys like Bryson, DJ, they've made enough money. They've made enough money to where, they probably made up for 10 years in the PGA.
Yeah.
They're still getting sponsorships. They're, they own the rights to their swing now. I'm assuming. I don't know that for sure.
Yeah. I think that's Phil's big sticking point.
Yeah. But regardless, it's making us talk about it. It's making Country Club Adjacent talk about it. We got to get to one of these events. There's one coming in Chicago in September. That will be electric. So yeah, we'll see what happens here down the road. But I'm a fan so far of what they've started to do anyway. So, all right, guys, we're going to close the podcast out. Thanks for listening to episode 93. The Bevcart Regular Breakfast Ball golf towels will be in next week, hopefully. So we'll get those on the website as soon as possible. And we do have another towel in the work, Tyler. The one thing that we've talked about and we've followed through with, not fully yet, but we still have. Getting samples coming in of the one side green, one side red towel. So I don't know. You might need to hit the website when those come out, snag yourself up one, just so there's no confusion with the Bevcart going forward.
Great Labor Day gift for everybody if we get those in time.
Exactly. But we have listeners from all over the nation, all over the world. So that helps us too, because we don't have the longest golf season.
Yep.
So guys, thanks for listening to episode 93. We'll see you next week in 94. Love you.
Bye. Hell, that's a breakfast ball.